Okay, welcome everyone. Here we are at the Brewster Ice Arena, or rink number 99, which I think their secondary rink, but we got a pretty good vantage point from up here. So I figured I'd start the stream early, some catching up to do. I haven't streamed in a while, apologies for that. I've been under the weather for quite some time, but I'm generally healthy again. If I go on mute or hand it over to my sidekick here, Rob Layer, it's because I'm going through a coughing fit, but that's a whole nother thing. Anyway, so here we are. So we're getting with the 16Us are taking on Putnam's 18Us, and they played this team. I think it was last week, right, Rob?
Yeah.
Last
week. A week ago.
And it was this, from what I hear, I wasn't there. Super competitive game, right, Rob?
Yeah, absolutely. It was anybody's game, back and forth, equal amount of shots on goal, all around good energy. Both teams had to play really hard in that one, and it went either way, and I'm expecting it to be about the same today.
Well, that's what you want, right? And so I think we quickly schedule another game because you really want those ripe competitive games, and I think we have our last game of the season is with these guys. But anyway, it should be a good game. Last night, actually, I should say, to recap yesterday morning, played Central's 15U AA team. Came away with a loss 5-4, but as Rob and I were talking, that was a very poorly officiated game, and some of the weird stuff going on in that game. Not to make excuses, but I think that's one that we would have liked to have back. But we'll probably see them again at some point, I think, potentially during the 16U playoffs. So anyway, that's that game. And then last night, we played Western, and we had 7 skaters and still came away with a win, 6-5. Actually, we were up 6-3, and they made a ferocious comeback in the last 3 minutes, but we kind of held them off to get the win. They had 17 skaters, and so it was kind of miraculous. It was very interesting watching the boys. It was our second game of the day. The 7 skaters that did come just kind of had a game plan. That if the puck if they got to a dangerous situation, they're going to ice it. They almost played 3 periods like they were on a penalty kill. Just waited for their opportunities, capitalized on them when they had them, played good defense, and all around good team effort to come away with a win. I think that surprised everyone. So that was really good. Season's been, up and down, but I think that's a function of attendance, right? It's a midget season. Kids play high school sports, kids have other things. This is a primer for high school for most of these kids. So not too surprising. I think a lot of teams have that issue. I think our team has that issue probably a little bit more than others, not quite sure why. But it is what it is. Still made the most of it, and like I said, with 7 skaters, still came away with a win last night. So that's where we are with that, Rob. Yep. So Rob, what are the keys to this game?
Oh, just like any game. I mean, they got to come out skating hard. They got to, move the puck. I think one of the best takeaways I saw, they had some great looks yesterday's game, the first game, on the power play.
Yeah.
The power play line was pretty darn solid. Met a really good goaltender, but their passing was really nice. They made some phenomenal plays, and I think that's going to be huge today on the power play, as well as just, off the power play as well. The passing, skating, if they can accomplish that, I think that they're gonna be very successful, and they're gonna put some pucks in the net.
I would agree. And actually, interesting anecdote, last night we also had Putnam's goalie that played for us. I'm not sure if it was their first goalie or their second goalie. Putnam, who were playing today, one of their goalies, so he subbed for us last night. And he did a fantastic job. He was a really good goalie. His name was Matt. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see if he's in net today.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. He's good. He did a great job.
Yeah.
Bailed us out several times.
It seems like goaltending across the board for almost just about all the teams we've played, and our team in particular, goaltending's been solid.
It has. Yeah.
Absolutely solid.
Yeah, I agree. And Rob would know. I mean, he's got a kid now. He's graduated and off to the military, but he back in his time in high school and even before high school, he's always been a top goalie. So you've watched a lot of goalies and gone through the heartache of
seen a lot
being behind one during all his games and stuff. Can't be easy.
Love-hate relationship.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, we always say the pressure goes up as you go up the ice, right? The most pressure's on the goalie, then on the defenseman, and then on up. and it's the same thing in soccer. It's the same thing in pretty much anything. The forwards have the least, right?
Yeah.
They miss a shot and kind of people forget about it. You know?
Yeah.
Nice try. But, you know, a defenseman gets burned cleanly, and it's not quite as easily forgotten. But
Here
human
come the
nature,
soldiers.
I don't know. But anyway, here they come. Which is interesting because they have these nice jerseys, these black and blue jerseys. They have their other jerseys, which are also black and blue, but more blue, and they never wear them.
Never.
Regardless of whether they're home or away. And but that's okay. We like these. We like these, and we like these boys. And I think there's going to be 10 skaters today. I think we're missing Liam. We're missing Jackson, Merritt, and of course Mason unfortunately had that injury early on this season, so he won't be here. Am I missing anyone else? I think that's it, right?
I think that's about it. Yeah.
And so we're going to have Ty Murphy and Nat, who's had a really good season. You know, he's had a few good shutouts, you know, and I think that's the goalie there. Yeah, that's the one right there. So I think he's going to be in net today, unfortunately. Good goalie.
And that was our goalie yesterday.
That was a goalie yesterday. Not a big goalie. Not a big goalie, but he moves well side to side, and that was a good glove. So, you know.
All right. Shoot blocker side is what you're saying.
Shoot blocker. I don't know.
Or just get shots on net. You know, again, these guys can come out, skate hard, win those battles, and play aggressive.
Yep.
They'll be in good shape. We have a few extra players this game than we did last one.
Yep. And one of the things that, you know, I know Coach Matt was railing yesterday at the Central game is our team needs to do a better job of getting bodies in front of the goalie and taking his eyes away. We're making the goalie's job a little bit too easy sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, we're taking good shots, but the goalie at this level, as you said, they're good goalies at this level. If they could see the puck, they're going to save it usually.
Yeah.
So this is a pretty good vantage point, as I said, and you know, down here it might be a little bit shaky. I'll probably tilt the camera down, but I don't want to mess with it too much either. So anyway, we're going to go on mute, and we will be back in about 2 minutes. Agreed. Okay, so that's it for warm-ups, and Hawks are going to collect their pucks. And Putnam's over there with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nice lineup. 13 skaters, good number.
Yep.
So this 18U Putnam team is actually mostly a 16U team, but they have a few, 2 or 3 or 4 stragglers that put them into 18U category, which is very similar to how our team is. Our team's mostly a 15U team, but we have 2 or 3 16Us, which makes us have to declare them as 16U. So just for everyone's knowledge, it's neither here nor there, I guess, but it's a little interesting.
Yep. Good factoid.
Well, you know, at the midget level, players are getting placed kind of all over the place and getting pulled, and I guess it's like that in soccer and other sports too, you know. It's not as defined as when they're under 14.
Yeah. So with this game, what's one thing in particular you would love to see these guys start out with?
You know, I've been talking about the breakouts, yelling about the breakouts. I think they've gotten better. I'd like to see some clean breakouts. Clean breakouts, shots on net. That's mostly what I want to see. And I want to see some energy too.
Yeah.
Forechecking. I think even though they were gassed last night, they did a really good job forechecking. Got a couple, 2 or 3 goals were just based solely on solid forechecking.
Mm-hmm.
So if they can continue with good forechecking, our D's been good. So
yeah, our defense and goaltending have been solid.
Yeah.
Game in, game out.
Okay, so who do we have here? We got Luke on the left. We have Carson on the right. We have Sweet in the middle, and we have Elijah playing left D, and Lawrence Barrato playing right D.
LB.
Okay, so there we go. So that puck goes back to LB. LB with the puck. Tries to get it up to Carson. And that goes back to a Putnam player. And LB's in the corner there. And as I said, that's a little sketchy over there, but do our best. And LB with the puck makes his own exit out of the zone, but that's going to come back. Carson comes back for that. Does a nice job with that. And now Carson swings it around the board and gets it over nicely to LB. And LB to the zone. And LB gets that first shot on goal. Not a bad idea. A rush from our right defenseman, and a quick line change here. So on comes our other line, and who do we have? We have Evan Chapman, we have Sandy on the right, and JMO centering this line. And on the left, we have Caden. On the right, we have Travis Big Bear. And that comes back to Travis. Travis tries to keep it in. Sammy does a nice job putting it into the zone. And that's going to come out to Caden. Caden's looking for his options. And it's going to come all the way back behind the net. And Travis tries to keep that in. It does stay in. And it doesn't. They have to come out and touch up. And that comes back to Travis. Travis, nice little pass there to Evan Schappa. Evan to the zone. Evan tries to center, but that gets blocked. Nice little lifted stick there by JMO. JMO gets stick checked himself. And here comes Putnam. And, okay, so Travis going back for that. Travis in the corner. Okay, and that's going to come wheeling around. Giving chase on that is Sammy. And off a skate, JMO collects. It's going to come around yonder. And he comes through the neutral zone, into the zone. A couple little stick handles there. And still with the puck. Tries to just pitchfork in front of the net. Comes back down low. Evan, and that's going to come out. Oh, and Evan. Oh, nice save by our goalie.
About 2 or 3 saves there, I'd say.
Evan got loose.
Good work ethic from that second shift there.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of energy on that shift, so that was great.
It seems like these guys are kind of feeding into that a bit, which is nice.
Okay, so line change here. Sweet going after the puck. Oh, Sweet has it, tries to center it, comes back out. Elijah shoots. We'll keep going. Yeah, if you see it turn red, let me know if I don't notice it. Okay, face off here. Okay, so here comes Evan. Caden puts it back down low, and Evan gets tripped up. No call there. And here goes Putnam. Ooh, put in front. Sammy trying to make an exit. Comes out of the zone. Goes back in, Jamo with the puck. Jamo with a nice little pass there, but Shapa's stick was tied up. Now Shapa's pinned to the boards, but that's going to come out and pass Caden. That's going to end up being an icing, I think.
No, he waved it off.
No, he waved it. Okay, so Caden's going to have to go collect that. He's going to make his way up. He's going to try to get that to Sammy. Sammy puts it through the neutral zone. And Jamo, Sammy with some good hustle there, gets it over to Evan. Evan tries to make a move, gets knocked off his stick. And good play there by Travis. That's going to come wheeling all the way around. And, ooh, that comes through. That might come out of the zone, and it doesn't. Stays in. And so Brandon going back for that. Looks like we just got a partial line change here. And now Brandon overskates that. And that's going to come out of the zone. Okay, here we go. Sweet. Back at the dot. Luka with the puck. Oh, what a good look.
Oh, there we go.
Wow. What a nice look by Luka. First attempt doesn't go in, and then LB collects that rebound.
Perfect rebound. That was really nice.
That's how you draw it up right there.
And that's what's going to take in this game is to get those rebound shots.
Definitely.
Goalie's playing solid. He's making those initial first saves.
He's good.
He's got to keep going at it.
Yeah. All right, so there we go. So we got a 1-0 Hawks lead here. Sorry about the signal keeps freezing, so I'll just have to keep restarting this, but save there by Ty. All the way back.
Good time for them to regroup.
The zone comes wheeling around. Oh boy, a little dangerous there, but no harm, no foul. Evan giving chase on that. Stays with it nicely. Tries to get a shot on goal, couldn't quite feather it through. And here comes Putnam with a head of steam. Shot goes wide. And that puck's Caden giving chase on that. Ooh, that gets put in front. And thrown out of the zone. Come all the way back. That's going to be an icing. Okay, so puck's going to come all the way back to the Icehawks zone. Let me just move it over. Okay. All right, so 1-0 Hawks lead. 4 minutes, 42 seconds left in the first period.
Period's going by fast here.
It is. It is. Were they playing 17? Did you notice?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Okay, it's going to come back to LB. He swings out to Carson.
Nice pass.
Oh, puts it in front. No one there. Goes back in deep. Luka giving chase on that. One too many stick handles there. It gets put in deep.
Somebody open in the middle. Hey, go.
Oh, nice shot there. Saved by the goalie. And working hard there.
There it is.
Oh, nice pass in the slot.
Ooh.
Oh, a little tricky shot. Goalie makes the save down low.
Nice chances, though.
Yeah. Goalie's good low. Definitely down low,
Yeah.
especially. So, okay, face off here. Sweet at the dot.
And despite that one goal, with it was a rebound. I mean, he's been really solid, not giving up too much on the rebounds either.
No, he doesn't. Okay, we're going to have a line change here. Face-off's going to be in the Putnam zone. That's going to come all the way back. I think it's going to be an ice.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
Come all the way back. Okay, JMO here. Comes out of the zone, offsides. Thought they'd be allowed to touch up, but I guess not.
He's going to send it all
Not
the way
sure.
down.
Not sure what's going on here, Rob.
He's
But
sending it center ice.
yeah, not sure why. Usually when the refs don't know what they're doing or they're messed up, it's usually at center.
They send
Right?
it-
That's
yeah.
when Okay, so trying to make an exit here is Putnam. And that comes all the way back to Big Bear. Working there in the corner is Sammy. And coming away with it is JMO. JMO to the zone. It's taken away by a Putnam player. A Putnam player with some speed coming through the zone. Shot there, saved by Ty. And that gets around the net. Sammy going after it. Oh, and that one sneaks through the short side. Yeah, that snuck through the short side. Didn't look like there was a lot of room there in the short side, but it must have been.
It looked like it squeezed between his arm and the pipe.
Yeah. Okay, so we got a 1-1
There was
game
definitely
here.
a lot of traffic going right between them. I just think he didn't see it happening.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first period. 1-1. As expected, a good competitive game. Okay, JMO here at the dot. And that comes back to Caden. Actually, that was Travis over to Caden. Now Travis going back for it behind his own net. And that's going to come all the way down. Probably won't make it for an icing. We'll get waved off. And Sammy. Okay, now JMO with it to a blue line. Sammy tries to put it down low, stays with it, does a nice job. Okay, and that comes out into the neutral zone. All right, now Sammy with the puck, looking to make an exit. Doing a nice job, gets it over to Evan. Comes out. And look at the blue line. Stopped there nicely. And now Travis.
3-on-2.
It's put down low. Larson, shot gets blocked.
Oh boy, 2-on-1. Oh, nice save. Off the deflection. All right, we're glad they take a cover there. Putnam was buzzing on that one.
They were. Okay, face off here. 5 seconds left. Okay. So, my thoughts for this period is I think we're the better team. Actually, it should not be a 1-1 game. This team, I don't want to talk too loud, but this team is a little bit sloppy and undisciplined. And I think we just need to clean a lot of things up here. And as long as we do that, we'll be fine. I think I always use this word, overcomplicating things. I think we just have to play north-south, get clean breakouts, and put shots on net. You know? And we're allowing our sticks to get tied up. We're being indecisive. And I think once we do that, what do you think, Rob?
Yeah, I think I had a couple of periods where guys were just playing a little bit too much on their own. They could be passing the puck themselves. There's a lot of options open to keep it opened up. And hopefully in the second period they can do that. They can kind of just open up the ice a little bit more rather than do one too many tricks themselves.
Yeah,
there's a lot of passing options out there, and they could. There were a few instances where I think a few guys did one too many things.
Yeah, and I think the other thing I'm seeing is some tired legs out there. I'm seeing. I don't think we're getting to pucks as quickly as we should. So anyway, your Hawks are going to be skating right to left here, and
David's brother.
Here we go for period number 2, 15-minute period.
Oh, 15. Ah, that's too bad. Should be 17. Right?
I'd really like to see a quick goal here to start this second period and just really get things going.
And that's right there what you were talking about. Too many stick handles. You got to just put that on net.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not quite sure what Luke is doing on the boards today, but he seems to be having an issue.
Nice catch. A little too hot to handle.
These legs aren't moving right now. They're just not moving. They had numbers there, and they were still floating around at the blue line. I'm going to start getting grumpy now, Rob.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're not moving. It's like right now, we should be moving. I don't know. Again, allowing our sticks to get tied up instead of moving the puck.
That line change is really sloppy too.
Yeah, they got to clean a lot of stuff up here. This is not good.
Yeah. Guy jumping onto the ice had zero sense of urgency there.
Yeah, they're just
and
not.
That created that chance.
Yeah, these legs aren't moving, and JMO here at the dot.
They just need to simplify this.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know what they're doing. It's just...
Less is more.
Like right now, go to the net. It's a 2-on-1. Now pass it.
There you go.
Good.
No,
Oh, good
nice
idea.
jam. That's exactly what we want
That's
to
what we're
see.
talking about, and that's available almost every shift.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I can't believe that didn't go in. Did you see the goalie save that?
I couldn't tell. I thought it went wide, but I don't know.
Either way, that was the right play.
It was for sure. Okay, so that goes back. Collecting there is Caden. Caden loses an edge. Really shouldn't do that. And I think he just took a whack at him. Who's that? I thought it was on us. I thought that was on us, actually. How is that on them?
I'm not sure. He's calling it. Looks like he's calling a cross check.
Yeah, I don't know, but we'll take it. We got a Hawks power play here.
Yeah. I didn't. I didn't see any penalty there
No, I didn't either.
on either side.
There was not.
Payback for what he missed down here. The coach will play back for this call.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so power play here. Comes out.
Got the space. Take
Yeah, going to collect there is Elijah.
I'd like to see the Hawks capitalize here.
Elijah stick handling, making his own entrance. And they made it too easy to be cleared. Oh, big shot there. Glove save by the goalie. Okay, so we got 1:07 left on the penalty. 11 minutes, 29 seconds left in the second period. 1-1. Brandon here taking his face off. Oh, good look there. Couldn't quite capitalize. That's too complicated.
Hard.
Okay, Hawks into the zone, making life difficult for themselves.
He's in front. Nice little cycle action.
Yep. Nice save there by the goalie. Back to Carson.
And that does it. Power play's over. That one's back up full straight.
Carson spins away from that. Again, too many stick handles. And a giveaway.
Nice cutoff.
Yeah, good way to recover there. Sammy's staying with it. Stays in the zone.